Okay, so we'll roll through some elbow tests here. The first one we have up is the MCL stress test. So you're going to bring them into 0 degrees of extension, put your middle finger right on that MCL. And then what we're going to do is get some pressure with that thumb and force them into a valgus moment. Bring them up into 20 and 30 degrees for the second part, and they'll get a little more gapping here. Any significant gapping is a positive test for laxity of the MCL. Okay, now we'll go into the LCL stress test. So this is a varus force that you're going to be applying to the elbow. So you'll place your middle finger right on that radial head, just above it on the LCL. Yeah, that's a good shot. And then you're going to go, instead of a valgus force, you're going to give a varus force at 0 degrees here. Start off with, and then we'll go into varus at 20 and 30. Any significant gapping in either of those indicates laxity of the LCL. Our next test is Tinel's sign. So it's going to test for compression of the ulnar nerve at the elbow in that cubital tunnel. So you bring them up to about 90 degrees, about 30 to 45 degrees of elbow flexion. And you're just going to give taps to that cubital tunnel, and any reproduction of neuro signs and symptoms down in the forearm and hand is a positive test. And we got lateral epicondylitis test. So this is Sirach's sequence. So the first part of the sequence is you're going to go into full active extension range of motion, and you're going to give them overpressure. They'll resist you, moving into flexion, and then you'll test full passive range of motion in flexion, and any reproduction of symptoms in any one of those three parts is a positive test for lateral epicondylitis. And it'll be point tenderness on that elbow. Next one is little Eagle's elbow. We'll kind of combine this with pronator teres syndrome test. So we'll do that first. You're going to just extend them. They get pain at the medial epicondyle. It is little Eagle's elbow. And now if you extend the elbow at the exact same time, that's the pronator teres test, and that's going to be positive for paresthesia in that median nerve distribution. Okay, supinator syndrome. So you have them squeeze your hand, test the grip strength. You can use a dynamometer here too, and you're just going to go through repeated supination, resisted supination. 8 to 10 reps is probably good. And then if symptoms are reproduced here through repeated supination, or grip strength that you double check at the end is changed, it's a positive test for that supinator. The posterior interosseous nerve being entrapped in the arcata fauciae. Okay, our last test is anterior interosseous entrapment. So you're going to see if this is a pronator syndrome test, so can the patient make the OK sign? If they can, that anterior interosseous nerve is okay. If they can't, they're going to flatten out and go pad to pad. And that would be a positive test for that.